Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Makakodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone at Rulewell, and Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect destined to be saved on Brother Caliph from the GMS England London Forecasters Camp, back with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. I always like to begin by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites. The real Israelites are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, West Africans predominantly, but you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations because we've been scattered among all the nations to our various captivities. But if your sea line by your forefathers goes back to the man in the Bible named Israel, then you too are an Israelite no matter what you may look like, because Numbers 1 and the 18th verse tells you that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. So I wanted to do a lesson here going into some breaking news, broke about 12 hours ago. This has been hitting the mainstream. Bear with me a second. Yeah, this has been hitting the mainstream news since it was announced like 12 hours ago. This is an article from BBC News. It says, King diagnosed with cancer, Buckingham Palace says. Now, for those of you who know, this society is currently in the rulership of the Edomites. Job chapter 9 verse 24 tells you that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Let me get it without roughly paraphrasing. Hang on. Job 9:24. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So that's a prophecy for this time Job was speaking of, because this is the time of Esau's rulership, and the Most High has given the earth into his hand, which is why the earth is defiled at this moment, because Esau was never meant to rule the earth. The scriptures say that the earth was made for our sakes, speaking of the nation of Israel. But right now we are in our lowest state because we are suffering the curses, because we transgress the laws of the Most High. And part of those curses is that we will be given into the hands of our enemies. And this has happened various times through various captivities. But what we're experiencing right now is the final captivity. And 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, 2nd Ezra 6. Let me get it. Where my eyes playing tricks on me. 6. It says, 2nd Ezra 6, starting from verse 8, says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand first held the heel of Esau. Here's the point. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right? So Esau is the end of the world. We are living at the end of the world. And if you just look at a lot of the prophecies that are taking place right now, that tells you the times we are in. Because also 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, tells you to measure the time diligently. And we now see as part of the signs that the Most High told us, we will know, roughly paraphrasing, what time we are in. Now let me read this article, then I'll quote some more scriptures. So it says, the king diagnosed with cancer, Buckingham Palace says. It says, here you got King Charlie boy there. These devils, even when they try and smile, they still look miserable. And that's like, you know, I don't even know what that is. It was a smile or it's a sneer. Right, so King Charles has been diagnosed with a form of cancer, Buckingham Palace says. The type of cancer has not been revealed. It is not prostate cancer, but was discovered during his recent treatment for an enlarged prostate. The king began regular treatments on Monday and will postpone public duties during it, the palace has said. The monarch, 75 years old, remains wholly positive about his treatment and looks forward to returning to full public duty as soon as possible, it added. No further details are being shared on the stage of cancer or its prognosis. Charles informed both his sons personally about his diagnosis, and the Prince of Wales is said to be in regular contact with his father. The Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, who lives in the United States, spoke to his father and will be travelling to the UK to see him in the coming days. The King returned to London from Sandringham in Norfolk on Monday morning, and the palace says he has started treatment as an outpatient. Although he will pause his public events, the king will continue with his constitutional role as head of state, including paperwork and private meetings. It is understood his weekly audience with Prime Minister Rishi Sunak will continue and will be in person unless doctors advise that he limits such contact. There is a constitutional mechanism for when the head of state is unable to carry out official duties in the circumstances. Councillors of state can be appointed to stand in for the monarch. At present, that includes Queen Camilla, Prince William, and the Princess Royal, and Prince Edward, Prince Harry, and the Duke of York are no longer called upon, as they are not working royals. Prince William has also temporarily withdrawn from public engagements while he helped his wife Catherine, the Princess of Wales, as she recovered from abdominal surgery she had last month. But it was announced early on Monday that he would return to public duties later in the week. Alright, so basically that's the general gist of it. I mean, there's a lot more to read in that article, but you get the point. Basically, this is what we're seeing is the end of Esau's empire, you know. These devils have had rulership for a very long time, but we're seeing their power diminish day after day. And this is another example of Esau's power diminishing, because these devils aren't going to be in rulership for very much longer, because this kingdom is going to be turned over to Yahushua and to the Israelites. And that's going to be an everlasting kingdom as pertaining to the book of Daniel. Now, some people might think, because, you know, some casual people might click on this video who aren't familiar with this truth. They might be of the other nations, and they might be, they might be like, why am I rejoicing at the fact that, you know, the king has been diagnosed with a terminal illness? Well, I'll tell you why, and there's a precept for it. Bear me a second. This is Psalms 139, verse 22. Let me read from 21. Psalms 139 from verse 21 says, "Do I not hate them, O Yahweh, that hate thee? Am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies." Let's read that again. For those of you who may be, why is he glad that the king's been diagnosed with cancer? How can he be so cold and cruel and callous? This is the answer from King David. Psalms 139, verse 21. "Do I not hate them, O Yahweh, that hate thee? Am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies." So these people are the enemies of the Most High. Which people am I speaking of? Predominantly the Edomites. Ultimately, all the other nations are acting as enemies of the Most High right now. But really the main adversary, the main devil on this earth is Esau, because that's what he has been set up to be. He's adverse to all the laws of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And this is supposed to be a so-called God-fearing country. You know, every 2 minutes they're singing "God Save the Queen" and "God Save the King," when they do nothing according to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So these are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Let's go to Malachi 1. How the Most High feels about these Edomites. Malachi 1:1. The burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. "I have loved you, saith Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother?" So these Edomites are the descendants of Esau, Jacob's brother. We're the descendants of Jacob as in the Israelites. Now this pertains predominantly to so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, and West Africans predominantly. But as I said in the beginning, you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations. You will find Israelites that look like Edomites. You will find Israelites that look like Elamites. So that would be like white people or East Indians or even Hamites, which would be, sons of Ham. You find Israelites among them all. Or even amongst the Moabites, which would be the Chinese, the Ammonites, which would be the Japanese. You find a lot of Israelites among those people. But it's not about what you look like outside. It's about who your seed line by your forefathers goes back to. Because it's the spirit that beareth witness that we are the children of the Most High. Because there's a certain spirit that Israelites will have no matter where they are on the earth. There's a certain quality about an Israelite which once you are familiar with it, it's hard to not see it. Anyway, the point is it says, I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh, yet I loved Jacob. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Here it goes. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. So that's what we're seeing right now. This kingdom, this kingdom that's under the rule of King Charlie Boy there, this is what they're doing right now, and they think that their houses is going to continue forever. But no, it's just for a time and a season, and their season and their time is coming to an abrupt end. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever. So Yahweh has righteous anger towards these people forever, primarily for what they've done to his anointed people, his chosen, which would be the Israelites. They've enslaved, they've robbed, they've murdered, and they've molested, assaulted, stolen from. They've done all kinds of wickedness to the Most High's people. And don't think that this devil here doesn't know who the Most High's people are, because these elites know who the real children of the Most High are. But you people on the earth who have, as they say, drunk the Kool-Aid, who have been born into and grown up into believing that these are the so-called royal people, these are the anointed people from God, you've been deceived. And that's Esau's power, that's his skill, two skills really. His main blessing is the sword, but also his power is in his lies. That's why he's the deceiver. Everything that these people have got, they've gotten it through lying, cheating, and murdering, going right back to their forefather Cain. And that's why they have the curse of biblical leprosy upon them. And you can see that they're not white people, they're clearly red. As you can see, the main background of this screen is white. This man's skin is clearly red. Hence the name Edom, which means red. And red is synonymous with the colour of sin in the scriptures. So yeah, man, that's just a quick hit on that point. Obviously, 2024's started off with a bang. A lot of things happening prophetically to show us that the Most High is moving in these times. So yeah, I'll be back with another lesson shortly, Lord willing. But for now, Shalom once again. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of great Muslim that rule well. And Shalom to the 144,000 again. And this is good news because, again, it shows that Esau's power is failing. I mean, just quickly to touch upon, look at the state of Joe Biden. He's losing his mind. Looking all crazy out there. And now you've got the King of England succumbing to a terminal illness. So all I can say is Baraka for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. May he continue to hasten the downfall of these Edomites in their kingdom. Alright, Shalom for now.